What's going on? How are you? Hope you're doing well. Let's talk about one of the segments in that debate where Kamala was like, oh yeah, stop disrespecting women in the United States. Women aren't trying to do abortions in the third trimester. That's not even a thing and stuff. You're just making that stuff up. Really? Wasn't there just a case not too long ago where a woman was trying to bring forth a bill to actually let the woman go all the way to term, all the way to birth, and still be able to abort the baby? And then there was another lady on TikTok that actually recorded herself calling up one of the local clinics and seeing if she could abort the baby at 34 weeks, which is in the third trimester. And they were like, oh yeah, our doctor's very experienced with late-term abortions and stuff, and here's what we do. I'll just share the video with you so you can see it for yourself.
Rightly mentioned, nowhere in America is a woman carrying a pregnancy to term and asking for an abortion. That is not happening. It's insulting to the women of America. And
no, I'm talking about your bill. How late in the third trimester could a physician perform an abortion if he indicated it would impair the mental health of the woman?
So, I mean, through the third trimester. The third trimester goes all the way up to 40 weeks.
Okay, but to the end of the third trimester?
Yep, I don't think we have a limit in the bill.
Where it's obvious that a woman is about to give birth. She has physical signs that she is about to give a birth. Would that still be a point at which she could request an abortion if she was so certified? She's dilating. I'm asking if your bill allows that.
My bill would allow that, yes.
People calling, Karen, how can I help you?
I am looking to have an abortion.
How far along are you?
I'm 34 right now.
An abortion at any stage is actually much safer than delivering a term pregnancy. It's a 4 to 5 day procedure. The needle is inserted through the abdomen and into the fetal heart where lidocaine is injected, and that will completely numb the fetus so there's no pain. And then after that, we inject a medication called digoxin and another medication called KCL into the fetal heart, which will slow and then stop the fetal heartbeat. And then we'll assist you in sort of pushing in the induction and then remove all of the products of conception. We specialize in later trimester care. Our doctor is very well versed in what he's doing and he's very good.
So I'm not like a rare situation. Y'all help women this late in pregnancy all the time?
All the time.
Nobody's saying that there's not a reason for abortion. Nobody's saying that it's not a woman's right to be in power to call for an abortion. Frankly, I think people should have the choice to do with their body what they want, within reason. Now, if it's incestual stuff, considered rape, if a woman has a medical condition where she's going to die or the baby's going to die, or if there is some kind of issue going on there where there could be a really, really, really bad outcome, 1,000% that should be the woman's decision between her and her doctor. But if you're super healthy and you screw around without protection and end up getting pregnant, or even if you are protected, you know the consequences, it's not 100%, and you end up pregnant, that's the consequence of having fun. That's the whole reason for procreation. We're meant to be able to replicate or produce human beings to be on the earth. Animals, human beings, that's when you do the dirty deed, sometimes a little human being pops out. That's the consequence of your actions. Sometimes young girls, 15, 16-year-old girls. You know what? The parents should have been more involved. The parents should have been more involved in what was going on in the child's life and educating them about protection and stuff that was going on. Guess what? Now the parent's taking care of the child. She's having the baby. Unless there's complications and the parent's taking the child. Or adoption. Or let's just say the woman has or wants the right to abort the child, but the father is like, no, you know what? I'll take complete sole custody of the kid. Just please have the baby. I'll take the baby. You don't have to worry about it since you don't want the baby, but don't abort the baby. What gives the woman the right to take this child's life if the father is saying, I assume full responsibility for this child, you don't even have to be a part of the baby's life? Why is it the woman gets all the decision in a situation like that and not the father? You know, I understand that there are reasons for it, and I'm not against abortion. I'm really not. I do know there is, but not just because you want to go screw around and you happen to get pregnant and all of a sudden, I want an abortion. I know it's not that easy. I know I'm a man, and I don't understand what a woman goes through by having to make that decision about aborting a child that's inside them. I understand that, and I'm not trying to talk out of place. But what I am speaking of is the morality behind it. The morality behind doing these types of things. And everything that Trump said in that was like, look, yes, there are reasons for abortion, but I'm not saying nobody will ever get an abortion again. What I am saying is we need to be more strict and more ethical, more morally responsible for what our actions are and make better judgment. Yes, there are reasons for abortion, but just because you get pregnant doesn't mean that it's your right to go out there and take, let's just say once this thing develops a heartbeat, take this child from this host, the mother. That doesn't 100% give you that right, because once there's a heartbeat and this thing is developing limbs and everything else, that's a living being in my eyes. There's your fact check. Kamala lied through that entire debate. Y'all be blessed.